that everyone got to enjoy the very sumptuous feast that has been prepared for all of you. How is everybody doing? First of all, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us this afternoon. We're definitely going to make it worth your while because this afternoon we get to find out exactly what HomeKing China is all about and why we should celebrate that we are going to have HomeKing Philippines. And we're going to find out the details about it this afternoon. So thank you all for coming. Just like it's been mentioned, my name is Jelly Victor. I'm your host. But before we proceed with the rest of our event, allow me to introduce to all of you our corporate hosts for this afternoon, starting with the CEO of HomeKing China. A round of applause, please, for Mr. Lee. We also have the Vice President of HomeKing China, who came all the way from Xiamen. A round of applause, please, for Mr. Zhong. We also have in our midst the CEO of HomeKing Philippines Incorporated, Mr. SMU. A dear friend of ours is joining us as well, Commissioner Pastor Boy Saicon. Good afternoon, sir. And finally, the Honorable Undersecretary of the Department of Labor and Employment, Undersecretary Siriaco A. Lagunzad. Good afternoon, gentlemen, and thank you very much for joining us today. And I hope you enjoyed the sumptuous luncheon that was prepared especially for this occasion. Now, it is a great honor for me to be welcoming all of you to this momentous event because this afternoon, we will witness the formal launch of HomeKing China right here in the Philippines. For all of our fellow Filipinos, they will get more jobs and actually have opportunities outside of the country. HomeKing is the undisputed leader in household service in China. Established in 2010, so just 8 years ago, HomeKing China has grown, serving 3 million families with 20,000 employees and 30 branches all over China. And today, we have the man behind this success, who I will have the privilege of introducing a little later on in the program and hear some inspiring words from him. Also later on, we will have the pleasure to hear from the CEO of HomeKing Philippines Incorporated, who has stayed in the Philippines for 10 years and has successful businesses in construction and human resource industries. Now, these two men share the vision of raising the level of skill and competence of the Filipino household service attendant to career professionals. They have the same vision of providing jobs and caring for the people in need. As we all know, Filipino workers are very dedicated and hardworking. They really put their hearts and minds into their jobs. We're actually known worldwide for that. Most of them are willing to sacrifice being with their families. They venture out to other countries and far-flung destinations just to make a decent living. We know of somebody who's like this. We're probably related to somebody who is like this. This great dedication to work and service is born out of their genuine desire to give the best to their families back home, back in the Philippines. No wonder the Filipino overseas workers in general are regarded as the country's modern-day heroes. And if you think about it, rightfully so. Given this scenario, HomeKing saw the need to bridge high-quality human resources that Filipino household service attendants are known for worldwide and the demand for household services initially for mainland China, but also around the globe. Through trainings to be done by TESDA that will enhance skills related to this industry, and with the help of dependable lifestyle HomeKing quality products, HomeKing seeks to produce the best household service professionals here in Manila for high-paying jobs and service careers in China and the rest of the world. That is the driving force behind HomeKing and its global sourcing for world services campaign. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us get to know HomeKing, its corporate values and corporate thrusts, and everything else about the company and its global sourcing campaign. Please turn to the service, not just the people who acquire the services of HomeKing, but even for the employees of HomeKing themselves, those ones in the household service, because they do have a chance of a better career, because you do have growth with HomeKing. And with that, can I have a round of applause, please, for HomeKing? HomeKing, the leading provider of household service professionals and dependable lifestyle products in the market, making them the total household service authority in China. And now, like what I've mentioned earlier, it is my great pleasure to call on stage one of the main reasons why HomeKing is well on its way to becoming one of the giant service enterprises to stand on top of the world. This man is indeed a visionary and is the driving force behind HomeKing China's success. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome HomeKing China founder and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Li.
问候。借这个机会呢，我在这边跟大家介绍一下关于好看的故事。我们刚刚在视频上看到有一段故事，就是我们习近平主席在讲家政行业是一个非常招眼的产业，并且这个产业我们意识到它即将带来前所未有的发展的契机，这可能也是我们来到菲律宾很重要的一个机会。那我们是在我先跟大家介绍一下，就是关于好康的这个故事。这是我第一个要讲的故事，就是成立好康。在2010年的时候，我成立好康的时候，事实上整个中国的市场也是非常无系的，基本上没有任何的标准，也没有任何的体系。当我来到菲律宾的时候，我觉得这个目前的这个水平呢，跟我们这个现状是一样的，所以我进入这个市场的时候也是这样子的。那么，为了更好的去服务这个市场，那2011年我跑到日本去，包括我们整个体系的标准，6、7、40线啊，这些服务的标准是我们在2010年那个成立过后开始去做的，这个也受到非常多的这个客户的这个欢迎。紧接着我们做的这个也所有推出来的产品呢，也得到中国非常好的这个市场认可。有在全国有30个城市，然后大概有去年我们有6.5亿人民币的收入，还有250多万的这个家庭用户，当然还有我们这个越来越多的这个服务会受到我们用户的这个关注。第二个故事呢，我就跟大家说一说这个我们这个89员工节。好康是有一个愿景，就是让服务的人和被服务的人都能幸福。那么基于这个愿景呢，我们做了很多跟员工有相关性的工作。其中第一个最重要的工作就是员工制，这是中国唯一第一家开始做员工制的公司，也是我们一直在倡导的。那么除了员工制以外，它带来什么好处呢？它给我们的员工带来非常多的保障，包括底薪的收入、保险，还有各种认同。第二个呢，是我们89员工节。刚刚事实上我们在视频当中看到很多关于89员工节的这样的一个活动。89员工节从2013年到今天已经第5年了。那么每一年的人数都在不断的攀升。我们也希望通过我们这样的一个倡导，能让更多的人来关注家政行业，关注我们的员工。这个是我们开始在做的一些培训的一个图片。我们开始在启动培训的时候，事实上就是想要为员工提供更专业的一个途径。专业是所有员工收入的一个最基本的点，也是让客户满意的这个最基本的点。目前在中国，我们已经跟5个大学高校开始开通这些服务的这个 专业。我们也跟那个。我们也跟那个很多服务商，包括我们的股东，做了很多方面的合作。那这些合作呢，给我们带来很多的标准化。最后呢，我讲一讲这个关于整合全球资源，提升服务标准这么一个事情。那我跟菲律宾事实上是很有缘分的。在2009年的时候呢，好康的这个名字 HomeKing 的由来是09年我在大雅台的时候，事实上就当时去做那个拜访的时候起了这样的一个名字。2010年的时候到了中国以后，我们就音译成好康这样一个名字。那么菲律宾公司的成立呢，我想给菲律宾，包括对好康来讲是有非常多的意义的。其中包括引进更好的好康模式，也可以服务于菲律宾的这些用户，让更多用户能体会到我们更多的这个更好的这个服务。当然，我们也希望在菲律宾这边落地下来的话，能更好的输出这个费用的标准。因为所有的这个专业呢，都需要大家一起来共同来匹配。最后的话，我们也特别想说，好康还有一个优势，就是对员工的这个关注呢跟保障呢，我们也是这个行业当中在中国最高的标准。希望有一天呢，这个菲佣进入到中国以后呢，好康能为整个菲佣在中国的服务保障跟服务基础做更多的这个帮助。那么。
And now, to formally unveil HomeKing Philippines, please welcome the Chief Executive Officer of HomeKing Philippines Incorporated, Mr. SMU.
Power Commissioner, Mr. Pastor Boy Saikon. His support that made that breakthrough possible. Thank you for coming. As your traditional point of view, the household service work is the lowest class occupation, even to the worker themselves. HomeKing aims to break this traditional stereotypes and develop new system to turn them into new profession. Therefore, I would like to introduce HomeKing to Philippines. Our HomeKing employee will be work for 8 hours daily and 26 days per month, just like office staff. So employee can spend more time with their family. HomeKing employee will enjoy a good salary and benefit compared with other companies as a salary comparison. For example, now DH side, in the local, in the Philippines, only 5,000 pesos per month. Even they are going to overseas, maybe around 20,000 only. But HomeKing employee, basically here high collar worker, similar salary, around 40,000. But we have another incentive, more than 6,000. Because why we have some benefit for the worker during the work. So if they are good quality work or some, we have also some product they can sell and then they can get another income. So our target, I don't know, later we will more increase or not, but not yet established yet. But we are now planning to more than 20,000 pesos per month they can expect income. So that is the already same as Middle East salary already. And then we will train our training system. So HomeKing employee are required to test the NC2 training course and HomeKing system training course also. So we'll be there tester 2 weeks and then HomeKing is around 1 week can ready to work. And also we have a promotion for employee. HomeKing every year will evaluate their performance and then we will reward our good incentive. Okay. For example, they can go supervisor or manager side. With this system, HomeKing employee can stand up proud as a professional house attendant. So we no more call to maid or some DH helper or something we are not using anymore. Just we are household attendants. It is the for the worker side benefit. Of course, it's not. I am not fully explained yet because we are HomeKing now start of establishing the Philippines. So we now together with China, HomeKing, our main partner, we will discuss about for the future business here in the Manila. So we will soon offer to Manila market. For the client side, we will innovate of the service. Nowadays, most of us, we cannot find good worker, trustworthy and efficient and hard worker we cannot find anymore now. So, but we at HomeKing, we can guarantee to provide good service for client because we have a guarantee contract. So meaning to say, we can contract directly client, not anymore we only like agent and those to client, and then the client between and worker not signed. We are guarantee all everything. Company will guarantee for the client. And also we will guarantee for safety like a warranty. So clients don't have to worry about the damage or loss to valuable things because we have full coverage insurance. Regarding quality, our HomeKing attendants will take training course everybody. So provide high quality service for client. For example, during service time, our attendant will divide into the 6 zone and then 40 cleaning items. For example, we are still like some kitchen area, living room area, like we are divided 6 zone, and then each zone is around 40 point we will cleaning. After finish, we have a checklist, 108 items. So after we inspection myself, and then finish the work. And then also we are, after finish the job, our head office will call to client about his quality. Like this, we are finally we check. That's why we can guarantee of the quality. We have full package service, you know, in the video. So we basically we are services the 4-hour basic service, cleaning service, but we have premium intensive service also optional. And also we have some home product, but we are only service to client side. We are not outside market. So just our client only can purchase to us for the home product, like some toothbrush or toothpaste, any tissue, other things. That is the good thing. For client, they saving of the time. Because if you buy some no hair shampoo, I have to go shopping or something other thing. But not necessarily. Our employee will supply. Yes. So they can save the time for the line. Of HomeKing Philippines, we are looking forward for successful establishment here in the Philippines and will expand globally like Saudi, Japan, and other countries with Filipino workers. Again, thank you very much for coming.
To be promoted. They're not going to be stuck just being at the level of, as a household service worker. They get to be promoted to a trainer. They get to become managers. As you may have seen, they had in that video, they showed several examples of the ladies who've already gone up the ranks. So there is a possibility for them to actually improve their life. This is, if you notice with the HomeKing service, what you're getting is hotel style service, very professional. They have a standard. As Mr. Yu has already mentioned, they even have a checklist of the things they need to make sure of before they actually leave the home of the client. And they do this very quickly because they have a 4-hour service they need to render. So it's basically like you're getting hotel service cleaning in your very own home. Think about the kind of training that the household service worker gets being employed at HomeKing. That is an arsenal, that is a skill they get to keep with them, and they can take with them anywhere they go in the world where HomeKing gets to send them. So on behalf of all the Filipino workers that will be benefiting from this, thank you very much to HomeKing, and thank you very much to Mr. Yu for thinking of bringing in HomeKing to the Philippines. A round of applause, please, for HomeKing Philippines Incorporated. This is absolutely amazing for our Filipino workers, not just for the workers themselves, but even for the families, because now you get to say goodbye to your mother, you get to say goodbye to your father or your relative, your sister, and know that they're actually going to be safe wherever it is that they are headed, because they have HomeKing Philippines Incorporated protecting them and making sure that they are well taken care of. So thank you very much for doing that. Thank you indeed to HomeKing Philippines Incorporated. Now, HomeKing Philippines truly has an excellent vision, and as the saying goes, all great things start and emanate from a great vision. And a vision as promising and as excellent as this really deserves the support of the government, especially since this will certainly uplift the lives of many Filipinos and further hone the great skills and care that Filipinos have been known for in this household service trade. Now, it is our great privilege to hear some encouraging words from our guest of honor, none other than Department of Labor and Employment's Undersecretary, Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause please for the Honorable Undersecretary Ciriaco A. Lagunzad.
China HomeKing Headquarters CEO Mr. Li Bi, together with his Vice President Mr. Zheng Sanlong and COO Mr. Donglin Huang, other guests, our friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The Secretary conveys his warm greetings and congratulations to HomeKing. He is on a very, very urgent mission, but he told me that he wanted to join you because we are in the middle of negotiations with a Middle East country on the terms and conditions of our household workers. And this presentation to me is a model which we can bring to the negotiations table as an alternative in the way our workers will be taken care of. So, congratulations, and if you don't mind, I will borrow some of the concepts here. When we sit in negotiations tomorrow, we can refer to the system that protects our workers. And let me read the speech of the Secretary. Today we stand witness to the unfolding of another milestone that further solidify our country's socio-economic cooperation with China. We mark with warmest welcome the launch of the country office of HomeKing, China's leader in the household service industry. Its establishment in the Philippines opens broad employment opportunities for hundreds of thousands of Filipino job seekers, with the biggest household service provider in China today. We all know that the Philippines and China share enduring political, trade, and commerce relations, along with deep cultural ties. Our being here together is no less evidence of our two countries strengthening bilateral cooperation. To the officers of HomeKing, we are grateful for your training program for our potential household attendants. We also deeply appreciate your commendation of our workers' diligence, sense of professionalism and service spirit, and fluency in English. This is apart from the ease of adjustment that Filipino workers would undergo with their Chinese employers, with shared common tradition and even slices of our lives. Our signing here of a memorandum of understanding that will govern the training program is a step toward greater mutually beneficial labor relations. We trust that this ushers in better opportunities for our Filipino job seekers in improving the living condition of their families without sacrificing welfare, dignity, and the sanctity of their lives. As we forge this friendly cooperation, I enjoin your support for our crusade to uphold the best interest of our workers. Our position is resolute in enabling full, decent, and productive jobs. We will not in any way allow Filipino workers' dignity trampled and their lives destroyed. Thank you very much, and mabuhay.
Thank you very much to our Undersecretary Ciriaco A. Lagunzad. This day is becoming even more exciting as we go, because this time we are talking about, after seeing what HomeKing is all about, HomeKing China, and then what HomeKing Philippines is going to be like. Even Undersecretary was inspired. You know, he's like he said, he's going to borrow some of the concepts and bring it to their discussion. We have intertwining arms of understanding. I believe our photographers have gotten their shot. Yes, you may now take your seats, gentlemen, for the actual signing of the Memorandum of Understanding. Once again, for our friends from the media, and I see several familiar faces, this is between HomeKing China and Phil-Hi GNS Incorporated. And of course, we have bearing as witness Undersecretary Lagunzad.
Somebody assist that.
Please remain right here because second, we will also witness the second signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between HomeKing China, still to be represented by its Vice President, Mr. Zhang. And this time, we would like to invite Mr. Paolo Martel, Managing Director of Icon Solutions Asia Incorporated. And this partnership is also for the recruitment of local household service attendants for China and joint venture of household service development, this time specifically for Hong Kong and Macau. Yes, Undersecretary, you will remain right there. Mr. Zhang, you are part of this Memorandum of Understanding signing. And sir, you will bear witness to this signing. This time we have Mr. Paolo Martel joining our gentlemen. We already have the photo op from them meeting, and this time it's for the actual signing. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause, please, for this Memorandum of Understanding signed between HomeKing China and Phil-Hi GNS.